What's going on, everyone? This is RFBM, Raising the Financial Bar with Mar. Just back again, and there's some topics I want to discuss. Most importantly, the EIDL Grant, Targeted EIDL Advance, and the SBA news, as well as Congress. Because right now, the most important factor in this, I believe, is what they're going to decide to do in regards to the Senate. So as I've told you guys before, I received the invitation to apply for the application a couple of days ago, I believe March 1st. However, they began sending out these emails back in the beginning of February. To my knowledge, it looks like only a small fraction of people have been able to get any funding so far. But as I always say, that's neither here nor there. We have even more pressing matters. The $1.9 trillion stimulus bill, or the rescue bill as it's being called, is still up in the air. They were able to vote on this motion to move the plan forward, but then the Senate found a way to delay. The Senate, once again, it's in the Senate's hands, and we're just going to continue to have to wait until they make their decision. As many of you know, the Senate delayed the debate on whether or not they intended to decide on passing the bill this past Thursday. So before we address that any further, I just want to clear up some things. So number one, for those of you that have began the process in completing the application, I just want you to know that I was able to get in contact with the SBA customer service fairly quickly. And when I asked them if our 2020 tax return would have any impending effect on the probability of our application being accepted, they reassured me that the SBA is going off of only the 2019 tax return. I repeat, is only going off of your 2019 tax return. And for the portion in which you input the income, your monthly grossly receipts, during the 2019 and 2020 year, that's just so they get an idea of the difference in revenue. Once again, for two consecutive months, which would be a 8-week period, and be able to compare 2019 to 2020. And then depending on when you received your invitation, January and February, or simply January, please make sure that you're only using the revenue from that one business. You want to make sure you're getting that as accurate as possible. Be sure to give this a like as well, just so that the algorithm can get these videos more exposure, especially considering that there's a lot of people that are trying to get information on the EIDL and want to know that they're not the only ones that are struggling to get some clarity, as well as the status on their application and start receiving these funds. Because collectively, we were under the impression that the SBA was going to get these funds to us as quick as possible, but it's been well over a month, and the law passed back in December, so it's kind of odd that all of this is going at the pace in which it is going. I mean, although I'm able to qualify to submit the application and I should be entitled to receive up to $10,000 without needing 10 employees. Just for clarification, I don't know who's spreading that misinformation, but we should be able to receive up to $10,000 even if you are a singular individual inside of your business. It kind of sucks that it's only targeted towards just lower income, because many of us have been impacted by the pandemic and everything that has transpired. So now we're just trying to see if they're going to introduce introduce more additional assistance for a wide array of people, as opposed to simply people that are in low income communities. So as I told you before, Democrat, Republican, wherever you're going, I'm for the people. So I really don't have any particular allegiance to either. I just want to get this legislation passed so that we can start receiving additional assistance. So pretty much the Republicans are essentially playing games to cause a delay so that it takes a bit longer for legislation to get passed. Simply put, although a narrow lead, the Democrats own the House and the Senate right now. So it's not a matter of whether or not it's going to get passed, in my opinion. It's just a matter of when it's going to get passed. Honestly, they have the money. Let's push to send this money. Like, what's the delay? I honestly am in support of all of us receiving the $10,000. I think we all should be getting that $10,000 grant. And honestly, with all of these organizations, all of these small businesses that has received this assistance, it's totally unfair, and we definitely deserve that assistance as well. It's just the least that they can do. But I will continue to keep you posted as far as the stimulus. The stimulus check, along with all of the other small business legislation that's all composed within that $1.9 trillion bill. And I expect to see the stimulus passed by next week, but I will keep you posted. There's no stopping it. There might be a delay, but like I said before, it's not a matter of whether it's going to be passed. It's a matter of when. So let's get this money going, man. Let's push this. I'm tired of the BS that they're passing around here. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. We just want to see some actual things being pushed to the people. And that's why I started addressing these topics, simply because I feel like this is something that is the most impactful thing that's going on for just the working man, the 9-to-5, the business. Everyone is being affected by this, and they're just wasting time going back and forth with this and that. I just want to see some actual action, whether it's delayed or not. We're going to get to that point. S4 227 sounds great to me, if you ask me. We should just not put a cap on any of these type of businesses, whether small, whether big. I think everyone should get this 10,000. You get that 10,000, you get it 10,000, you get it, you know? John Cornyn, Jacky, Rosen. If you're able to introduce this proposal back into the general scheme, the entire plan, you are right with me. I don't care what anybody says. And we're just going to have to see if they're able to pass that, because we have the targeted EIDL, it's already there. Then we have this advance grant proposal. And honestly, I think that that's a great idea. Right now, they have that $2 million cap, and that's just limiting things. I say remove the cap so that businesses can get higher than that. Forget the location with the income things. Forget the whole caps that they're trying to do, and let's just push this. Let's do this. Like, this really is a no-brainer. So like I said, I'm no political expert, but let's get these congressmen and congresswomen to come together and make an amendment to that proposal so that they can insert this policy in, and we can start getting additional funding. It's just like the initial CARES Act was supposed to do this in the first place. So what's the fuss about? Let's get this going. Let's push this. Regardless of size or location, it shouldn't matter. I need the middle income and lower income to be able to get access to these funds. And what makes it even better is one's Republican and the other's Democrat. So they're in agreement of something. So we're getting somewhere. Let's see if they can get their respective parties to get along the train and ride with them. Come on, man, cut the check, for real. They're gonna make me get out of character. The way I see it, the Senate's like, come on, man, you see that big bill that we passed last year? Are we going to pass another large sum? 1.9 trillion? That's too much. And then Democrats is like, we need this. We need to spend this bread. We need to spend this bread. Senate, Democrat, I don't give a I just want us to start getting some assistance. Like, you gotta think, I'm definitely going to look into politics more so that I get a better idea of how they get things done. But it's really childish. It really read the bill out aloud to just delay it and just to stop the inevitable. Like, come on, bro. But they're plainly said there's a lot of things to consider. They still are debating. Some think the 300 is more preferable as opposed to the 400. You know, even some Democrats also are in agreement with some Republicans about the size of the amount of money that is going to be distributed to those that are unemployed. We're still trying to get to a decision on whether or not they want to agree with these stimulus checks and this business funding. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. Then we have the stock market. I don't know what's going on with that. Like I said, I'm no expert in any of these things, but what's going on with stock market is wild. Looking to go for a fourth day consecutively where it drops. Hey, for those of you that are into investing, all that means is the stocks that you believe on are on sale. So look into that, but I am no financial advisor. You already know, as my cousin Josh would tell me, it's all about dollar cost averaging. So look into that. Once again, I appreciate the support. Like this video. I know I've said it before, but please like this video. It helps with the algorithm and it will get me more exposure and get more people in contact with this content. So yeah, give it a like, comment, subscribe, share it if you're feeling really generous. And I appreciate the support. This is RFBM, Raising the Financial Bar with Mar. Peace.
Our own mind has to be changed. We have to change our mind about ourselves.
Instead of me fulfilling my prophecy, I have to start. Instead of me, doing a good job and carrying on the empire, I have to build. And that's a hell of a job with 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a job for any youngster, male or female, to have to build an empire. Because this world is such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like taught that from school.
I don't come to bow, I come to conquer.